So when do we tune? You want to tune your violin every time you take it out of the case. We want to make sure all our strings are in tune. Why do we want to do that? Because once we start putting our fingers down, if your string's not in tune, then your finger won't be in the right place and you won't ever learn how to be in tune. So take the time to tune every time that you practice. You might think, well, I just tuned yesterday, it's fine. Trust me, take the time to tune, you'll be happy that you did. Let's start tuning. So I have my app open. I'm going to find the tuner tab at the bottom of the home screen. I'm going to press that. And at the bottom, there are a series of strings. So there's E, and then A, D, and G. We're going to start with E. That's the default. So the E string on your violin is the smallest string, and it's also the string that has the highest pitch, the highest sound. So I'm going to take my thumb of my right hand, and I'm going to put it over the fingerboard here and gently pluck the E string. Then I look down at my tuner here. I can see a red line that's a little too low. It's telling us it's too loose or too flat. And it's telling us also that we can tune this string up by using the fine tuner. That's down here. So you're going to follow your string down to the fine tuner. And then we're going to tighten the string. So I'm going to pluck and then turn the fine tuner to the right to tighten it. It's getting a little bit closer. I need to keep going. There, when that green bar fills up, that's telling us that it's in tune. When do we use the pegs? You want to make sure that you're only using the pegs for when the string is very, very loose. So let's say, and this does happen, you open your case and you go to pluck one of your strings. Let's say the D string. And it sounds like that. Kind of like a rubber band, like blah sort of sound. So it's going to just be too far off for us to use the fine tuner. So we're going to use the peg. And it's really important that when we're using the peg, that we push the peg into the violin, into this part here, which is called the peg box. If we don't push in as we're turning, the string will slip. And you might have tried this already, and it just won't stay. If it won't stay, that's because you're not pressing on that peg. Kind of like you're trying to open a medicine bottle or something like that. You have to press in as you're turning it. So I'm going to navigate over here to my D string. I'm clicking on D. So it's telling me with the peg that I need to tighten it. I need to turn it away from me. Follow the string up and find the right peg. So I have my peg. I like to kind of hold the violin against my body as I'm doing this, and I'm going to pluck the D string as I turn the peg so I can hear that pitch change. If you turn it too much, you can change it too quickly and the string will snap. So when we're making adjustments on the peg, it's very little at a time. And you want to pluck it so that you hear the sound change. So I'm pressing in as I'm turning. I'm also listening for the sound to change. It's getting a little higher now. It's telling me to keep going. Okay, now it's telling me that it's close enough that I can take it the rest of the way with my fine tuner. So I'm just gonna make sure that it stayed there. It's still there, okay. Now I can use my fine tuner and take it the rest of the way.